Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm just sharing the link, so give me one moment. All right, I've shared the link. Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm just sharing the link, so give me one moment. Hi, Jamie. Good evening. Hi, Devinder. Good evening. Hi, Kulban Pari. Good evening. Give me 1 second. Hi, Shipu. Good evening. Hi, Nag. Good evening. I hope you all had a good weekend, good summer weekend before the school opens for the kids. I think this is a really, really good time for everyone. Last week was very clean up and down, but last 2 days were really terrible. Hi Arjun, hi Shibu, hi Ayush. And guys, I have changed my Telegram channel because there were many people who were inactive. So I deleted my old channel as well as old chat for that channel. I have shared the link for it multiple times, but people have not yet moved. And one more thing, I've conveyed them like multiple times that if you're joining, you should join both the double chat as well as the public channel. Right now, I see there are about 70 people who have not joined the channel. I have conveyed this so many times and I don't know what else to do. But if you are not subscribing to the channel, you're going to miss all the information from me. They'll be there in the chat, but then you have to dig them up. But if they're in the channel, then you can easily find them at one place. Hi, Adi. Yes, thank you. Hi, Justin. Hi, Neil. Hi. Okay. Schools are going to open from Tuesday, Wednesday in Jersey. Like Mr. Gulati. Hi, Satish. Hi, that's Feli. Hi, Pradeep. Good evening. All right. Please, again, if you have not joined these channels and chat, the links are on my Twitter. You can easily find them. Please join them so that you can appropriately get these messages. All right. From scan. Let's start from the scan. Hi, Sharath. Hi, Jitin. So let's start from open high low scan. So Friday we saw this Google open high were same, and then we saw a good cool off. Same thing with AVGO, good cool off. Bank of America open and lower swing, it went up. Qualcomm 115, 115.70, and then we saw the move down 1662, and DVAC is like ignore it. So all in all, like this thing works if you can simply use it. Hi Mishi. Let's go and do our important scan. First one is inside day and inside month, week and month. Okay, so we have 20 stocks from my watch list. So I'm gonna try and run this for 50. Come on. Yes. Hi Ashok Kumar. So we have Triple M in inside day, DXN in an inside day. Let's see if we have anything interesting. SE, Zoom. I think there's something happening with Zoom. Zoom is holding really nicely. So I don't want to cover Zoom. Airbnb on Friday, it got the news that it's getting added into S&P, and then it had the massive move. It was a double inside day breakout. I think Mr. Punjal Mehta mentioned about this. Okay. Not much otherwise. So if I do inside week, Microsoft, Nvidia. That's 1 second. I'm getting a and my phone is like typing everything what I'm speaking. I need to delete all this. Even written entire passage what I was speaking. Come on, delete. Okay. Hi Prakash. So Microsoft is an inside day. Come on, why are you typing every time I'm speaking? Like my phone is typing every time I'm speaking. Microsoft is inside week. Nvidia is inside week. AMD is inside week. Inside week is a massive setup. Snow, Nike, Target, all these are inside weeks. We'll see if where we want to add a zone. Okay. Anilesh Bhai, good evening. So these are good inside weeks. Inside weeks are the week like candles within the candles and the volume within the volume. So let's look at any bullish. Let me also try a month and see if anything is within this month. Everything is in the month. So no point. Let's try the bullish candle patterns. Hardly anything. Let's try the bearish candle patterns. Okay. TXN, AMAT, and QCOM. They have bearish patterns. I'll make a note of that. TXN, AMAT, QCOM. Last is my simplest 1234 scan on daily. Anything crossed? Oh, many crossed. Baba, Netflix, Shopify, Zoom. So Zoom is inside day and 1234. Baba is 1234. The Baba is positive. 12 cross 34. Even Netflix is 1234. Shopify and Triple M. Like there are so many stocks, I cannot cover all of them, but let's see what we can do. Triple M was also inside the N1234. Anything crossing 34 by 12? None. So all in all, everything is showing positive signs. All right, let's look into now. Yes. So let's start from the weekly pattern. And so weekly, you can see that it looked like a morning star. It's holding this 4350 gap, which was tested. And this is kind of an island bottom, which it is holding, which is always bullish in nature. And that's why we saw some massive move up. But the only problem which I had was that this move happened right before the Labor Day weekend. Now, where we are right at 4520, below this regression channel. Now, I will not be surprised if we find resistance and if we come down to 4460. Even on Friday, this is like the weekly side. If we go into the daily side, we saw the test on right of that top channel 4547, which was our Fibonacci area. It went there, made a doji, and doji is like from 4365 all the way to 4547. That's almost like 180-point move. Now, if we have a 180-point move and we have a doji, that's not a good sign. Okay, we saw one, two, three, four candles with a big move. Then we saw some consolidation on Thursday and then doji on Friday. All right. So dodgy is never a good sign at the top, but we will see. This dodgy thing will fade away if we can cross above 45, 47 on the closing basis. Right now, if we go below this, which is the low of Friday, things will get bad, really, really bad. Then it will become a potential to actual evening star. So 4507 is an indicator. If we lose that, we are going down. All right. So first thing first, sell below 45. I'll make it this 4505. If we lose this 4505, then it will become an evening star. Below 4505. And it's dodgy, hammer, and then dodgy. It was a hammer, now it's a dodgy, which covered both the ranges. So market is confused at this time, what needs to be done. So tomorrow we will see what's happening. So I'm going to give 50-50 for ES because I don't see anything specific on ES. So my short targets are 4505. Then we should see 4495-ish area, which is the low here and which has been a previous resistance. 4583, or I would say 4575, 76, 4576, 4458. These two levels are fine. So in case you want to short, sell below this, and then you don't need the stop loss. On the upper side, if you want to buy, same thing, buy above 4520, which is right there. Target is 4531, 4547, 4560. Yes. These are resistances and they have reclaimed. So 1234 is right there. 1234 positive. Then bounced from regression channel. Bounced from RC. Resistance point we have already mentioned right there. Okay, so that's about ES. If we look at the book map of ES, I don't think we will have much on the book map at this time. So maybe like around the close, we'll come back and see the book map because that will give us a clear picture. Now NQ exactly the same pattern, dodgy. I would say if you see this on the close, this is like the open is 15,534. The high, the close is 15,511. Open is 15,513, 15,536. It's actually a bearish engulfing even on the doji. And it's a rejection from 61.8 one more time. 61.8 is 15,606. It's a rejection. It's a bearish engulfing. So everything lies in place. Now we need to see if we lose 15,500, then the game is on the downside. So now 15,500 is a regression channel and it's right there. If we lose that 15,462, 15,315. Yep. Possible rejection and dodges at the top. For NQ. Stop loss should be the higher 15,535. So small stop loss. If we are wrong, we are fine. 535. Now, in case you want to try long, you should try long above this blue line, which is 560. So buy above 15,560, stop loss 15,535, 15,606. If you can cross 606, you will see 15,810 in straight line this time. That's about NQ. So because it was in a dodgy state, so there's not much to move. Hi Kunal, hi Gary. I'm gonna save this. Then I have triple Q. Exactly same setup, but because these are futures, these are ETF, not futures. So here you will see a massive dump at the top. In NQ and ES, you saw a big wick, very small body, but triple Q, which opens at 9:30, you can see a massive body candle from the top. So, which is never a good sign. So if we lose 376, 377, things will be bad. Again, it's a rejection from 50% Fibonacci. It's not a hammer. It's not even a bearish engulfing candle. It's a rejection by 50% Fibonacci. So now what's the area? So if we can sell below 376, that is about 377. If you want to sell below 377, we should see 374 and 371. And again, I'm going to give 50-50 because it's the first day after the long weekend, so I don't anticipate a massive move. Maybe on Wednesday, you'll see some really clean move on the downside or on the upside. If you want to try long, should long only be tried above 379 and targets are fine. 380, 384. I'll move the stop loss to 378. So again, my bias is not too positive, not too negative. It's neutral to short. Like it's in a range where I would not be utterly positive. It's also a range where I would say I need to wait before I can make like full positive trades. Okay. So index wise, we are in a very dodgy state, confused state. Now let's go to Apple. Look at Apple, dodgy and dodgy. This is a clear mark of no idea what needs to be happening on Apple. But what it has done is it tried and an attempt to fill the gap it had into the earnings. And this is a massive move up. And for me, it's a big red flag right there. Because dodgy and then gravestone dodgy. Like you all know what happens when we see something like this. It means somebody is dead and then they are done. So right at the top, if this is happening, this is not nice. This is a gravestone doji, which you saw in, or you see in symmetry. And you can like relate them to real life so that you know. Doji at the top says, boom, the game is over. This was not a gravestone doji, this was dragonfly doji because it's a small doji at the bottom of the wick. But this is a gravestone doji, which is right at the top. Okay, now this is interesting. I really want to short this without any big issue. So if I go, I should be looking to like my gap of 190.60 is my stop loss, which was a gap filled or gap open during the earnings. And now sell, you can sell it like 189.50. It should come to 187.70. Then it can come to this area of 184.90, 185. It's a potential evening star, yes. So for Apple, I am totally short. Adobe has done the job, which I have been mentioning since 5:30s. It has done the job. So I'm going to wait on Adobe. So I'm going to eliminate Adobe from my list. But this was one of the best setups which I've shared with you all. So Adobe, I am going to eliminate for now. If it comes to 552, we can come back to Adobe. Let's add AMAT. AMAT. So AMAT is hammer on the top, which is a bearish sign, like we saw in the scan. And if you don't know, you can simply go back and look at the bearish candles. It's called hanging man, hammer on the top. Okay. Now in hanging man pattern, it's a bearish pattern. And you can all learn these patterns right here. You can go to education, and in the learning center, you can like right here, if you want to type hanging man in technical analysis, I'm just giving you an idea, like right there, you go up, up, up. It's a bearish trend reversal candle, which trend reversal candlestick pattern, which is a candle of specific shape. Okay. Now this gives you an idea. This is a bearish candle. It's a trend reversal candle. Okay, so we'll mark this as a hanging man. On daily, which is a bearish candle. Okay. Now, I'm just going to give you one more setup for this. Let's look into hanging man trade. Hanging man candle trades. So if you look here, like that's the value of understanding the patterns. This example, we went up and then now it's a significant downtrend. A hangman represents a large sell-off after the open, which sends the price plunging with up to near the opening price. Traders view hanging man as a sign bulls are beginning to lose control and asset may hit a downward journey. Also, if you go to Investopedia, like I'm just giving an example where you can actually go back when I talk about inside days, when I talk about evening stars, you can go and see what is the cause and what are the possible targets. The highest, this is a hanging man example, and these will give you an idea of the hanging man pattern. All right, it's bullish, bearish, all of them. You can go and read on the Investopedia. Investopedia is a very good source to read about this. Now coming back to our chart, AMAT. This is a hanging man on the top. Now we should try to sell this, keeping or assuming 154-ish as our stop loss. So AMAT is short. First of all, we defined our stop loss 154, and this should be all red. Target should be 150.60, 7, and then 148.24. People do not trade AMAT that much, but it gives you good moves. Sell below 153.50. Very small stop loss, good risk and reward. Because just follow what I'm doing. It's not that I'm positive or negative. I'm looking at something and making a decision. If you keep on your mindset that everything is bearish, you will ignore the data. I ran both bearish and bullish. AMD. AMD finally broke out from that negative sentiment which it was holding, and it's trying to like regain above the 34 EMA. So for me, this is bullish. And if I look at this on a weekly candle as well, I'm finally making an inside week. Okay. And within the inside week, my 12 EMA, I'm able to close above my 12 EMA. For the last 3 weeks, 1, 2, and 3, I was not able to close above my 12 EMA. So this is really bullish for AMD. So AMD is inside week, managed to claim above 34 EMA on daily and 12 EMA on week, 12 EMA on the back tested, and yep. So managed to claim above 34 after testing 12 EMA, which is all positive. AMD is all positive for me. Now, if it fails here, that's a separate story. But as of now, I'm going to give it neutral view. My stop loss is 108. My buy near 109. Target 111.31, which is this area. If we can break above this area, we are going to hit 115 on AMD. That's a bullish setup. AVGO, we did a move already, came to 866, which was my intended area. So I'm going to wait for AVGO now. It has done 2 massive moves. So instead, we can pick up maybe Airbnb. Let's pick up Airbnb. Oh, Amazon is already there. So Airbnb and Amazon. So AVGO I'm not doing. Amazon. Let's look at Amazon. So Amazon was my best move. Like if it comes to 137 area. Again, it's a breakout on Amazon. If market shows positive strength, I'll be more than willing to go long on Amazon and Google than any other ticker. So I'll be looking to add Amazon if we dip. So my area will be around 137. My stop loss, I'll move to 136 now. I think we can hit 139, 140 very easily on Amazon. On Friday, it hit 140 and then aggressively sold off. So if you added in like Friday, it came to 136.88 and then it moved to 138 something. So it still gave you an opportunity to go long. So again, I'm looking to add around 137, 136. So if it comes into that area, I'll be a buyer. Otherwise, I'm not trading anymore. Either it crosses above 140. Otherwise, I really wanted to come down to 135, 136. So I'll say 135, 137, 136. If you can buy in this dip, amazing. But don't be like upfront loading Amazon. Airbnb. Airbnb has the positive news of heading them into reaction. It's a bull flag, or you want to call this, we have a clear gap here of the earnings. So if it can overtake that 140-ish area, I'll be taking a long, or if it comes down to 136. If it creates an island right there, I'll be a buyer. Or if it goes above this, I'll be a buyer. Booking stock is running stupendously, so Airbnb should follow. But this is the positive news. Let's see if we have sell on the news, or we have. Let me also check if we have any like flow on Airbnb. Airbnb is right there. Airbnb. So there were massive calls for 9198, 137 calls were there. Somebody knew upfront that something is happening. So, but these are not like big dollar amounts. So I would not say that, but these are big. 131 calls. You had 200,000, and these came right in the end. So these guys knew that something is about to happen on Airbnb, and they were ready to pay premiums of about 350,000 net net. So 3 meaning 135, 136. 136 should hold very nicely on Airbnb. So Airbnb is positive, added into S&P. 136 is the gap. 140.85 is the top area on the chart. And then 144, 147. So I will not be surprised like buy in near 137, 138. If you get 137, 138, and one more thing, Airbnb will start and then hold and then will run. So if it holds, that's the time. It's an observation which I have done on Airbnb, that initially it will open, it will go higher and then quickly come down. At that time, you should enter. So if it opens at 140, it will come down to 136, 137. It should hold 136, 137, and then you should be adding the position into Airbnb if you're interested. BA somehow managed to bounce off this 23.6 Fibonacci. The trend is getting very tighter, like the 12 and 34 are getting very tight. They had something on the news, I don't know, but on Friday, on the weekly candle, it came and tested the 12 EMA. For me, that's a good sign. I'll take a long position here. In fact, I'm carrying a long position on BA in this region. I'll only move my stop loss to 2170. I will say yes. Back tested 12 EMA on weekly. Dodgy at bottom on weekly. So I am positive on BA here. CRM did exactly what we anticipated. It managed to hold 221. Like there's a big gap which needs to be covered, and it should cover it. If market momentum is bad, rejection by 221, which is a 61.8 Fibonacci area, 221, 61.8, should allow this gap to be filled. And there's also a gap right here. So either 218 will provide the support or 214. but this gap will be filled. If market simply loses some of its momentum, CRM is the best shot here. So all right there, no change in the levels. Baba, Baba is my favorite going into tomorrow. It's a hammer, and most importantly, uh, it's a trade which I'm really keen. Like all the Chinese stocks, it closed about 38.2 Fibonacci. Now, if it fills this gap, it's fine. If it holds this gap, like close above 95, I don't see any resistance until 99 now. So Baba is like, I'm extremely bullish on Baba at this time. So Baba is my blue trade for tomorrow. Well, 34 positive. Then what you call closed above 95, which is 38.2 Fibonacci, solid level. So now, if we hold this gap on Baba, which is a massive like 93.36 to 94, that's $1 gap. If we can hold this gap, I would say 94 is a perfect stop loss in this case. 94, buy above 95, look for 97.35, 99.60. One thing which I'm really positive is Baba. Then in my list, I have Google. Google did the job, and then like it's an evening star for me. So it can go down from here. But again, as I said in Amazon, if something happens, I'll be more than happy to add Google at a lower price. This is an evening star. So Google is a evening star. Again, not going by what I feel, I'm just trading on what I'm seeing. Evening star, you can sell below 135.50. Yep, levels are all good. It's just 65. Meta short, which I'm also carrying like 295 to 87.50 put spread. This was a bearish candle, like we made a higher high and a lower low, back tested 12 EMA and then bounced from it. Now it's on the verge. If we start to lose 294.50, Meta will become really bad. And on the upside, those 295.75, yes. 291 to 86, yes. So if you want to try Meta, only buy above 299.50. Otherwise, you can sell when it goes higher and go for a short on Meta, but do not try to long it unless it crosses 300. It's a pain for Meta at 300, so let it cross 300. If it does, then it's good. Otherwise, ignore it. Microsoft is testing the 34 EMA back to back. It was showing some strength on Friday, but then gave up everything. Now 325, 326 is an area where Microsoft could give back. Microsoft is also inside week. So it's a candle within the candle. So I would take one positive trade here. If I have to show some strength, 326, I'll be a buyer on Microsoft. Buy near 328, stop loss 326. Look for 333, 338. Now, in the last 1 week, Apple provided amazing support and Microsoft held. This week, maybe Microsoft will provide the support and Apple will see some deciders. Netflix did 445, 446 on Friday. It was one of the best setups, which we discussed multiple times. It's a breakout on weekly, on daily as well. It came and it closed. It's a breakout of the inside day. Now, inside day should run. So 440, 437, 438 will be an extremely good area for Netflix. So Netflix is positive. And I'll not be surprised if Netflix crosses 4 by above, like by near 440. It closes around that area. I will not be surprised if we can see Netflix above 446. 446 has been a pain point for Netflix. And once it crosses 446, it will run into the gap of earnings. I'm positive on Netflix and Baba. Inside day up, breakout. I'm marking this into blue. Nvidia, I was carrying shorts on Nvidia and then it worked out fine. Now it's a clear evening start. There's no doubt in this. Okay. 489 is your stop loss. Look for 472. In fact, lower. Evening star, it's a very crystal clear evening star. Nvidia is not an evening attention, it's evening star also, and Netflix also has 1234. And now look, both Baba and Netflix, they have 1234 positive, which shows that yes, the momentum is solid. Nvidia is inside week. Yep, the levels are good. I'm not doing PayPal. We'll do shop and zoom. Shopify also has cross 1234 positive. Shopify after the earnings went back, and since last 2 weeks it has made some positive comments. So it crossed 1234 but dodgy at the top, which is a contrarian decision. Dodgy at the top. So it is neutral. Now if it loses 66.50, or I would say if it loses 66, go short at top. Sell below 66 for the gap. Yeah. Or like I would say sell below 66 right here. Sell below 66, stop loss is 67.60. Target is 65, 63.30. And then there's the gap of 60.5. Fill the gap. So dodgy at the top, it should fill the gap. That's negative on Shopify. Then Roku has been doing really good, 80.81, making dodges. And since 75, it's trying to hold up with the market, but market when retraces, it does the same thing. Now, if you see, there's a pattern which is emerging in Roku. It goes like this, and then two big candles. Goes like this, two, three big candles. Now, the same thing is right here. We should see some good candles on Roku. So 80 is my clean stop loss on Roku. You can buy Roku. Stop loss is now Roku is positive. 80 is my stop loss. Buy and dip between 81 and 82. If you get Roku, that's a perfect setup going into next week. Snow. Snow has inside week, and it's trying to break out. Snow. The only thing is Snow has rejected 169 multiple times. And if you look at the weekly as well, it's trying to converge right there. So similar with Microsoft, uh, if Microsoft will run, Snow will run. And I'm bullish on Microsoft, so I'm going to take same thing into cognizance that if Snow holds this line of 155, my stop loss is 155. Yes, 162. If it crosses 162, then we are looking at 163.50. So between 156, 157. If you get a chance, try Snow. Tesla, everyone's favorite Tesla. It's a massive sell-off, managed to hold above 12 EMA, but I don't think so it's going to pursue it. It will lose, and there are many gaps to fill. It's a clear evening star. Evening star. Stop loss is 246. And Friday, like 244 was the target, but it rallied so much on the downside that hardly anybody was able to capture the entire move. But 244, 246 is your stop loss. Look for 236, and this time look for 231, 236.50, 231. I will not even thinking about buy Tesla at this time. Then I want to do Zoom. All this is done. I will do Zoom right here. Zoom. Zoom flow has been like very consistent in the last few days, and it managed to break out. They had good earnings, and let's see, it get rejected from 73 multiple times in the past. Now it's building a good, really good base over a period of time in the last 1 year or so. So if it comes to 70, I would take a long position on Zoom. Not an excellent setup, or I would say a great setup, but 1234 crossed on Zoom, which is a positive thing. So I'm interested to take Zoom into a little positive mode. A stop loss is 70. Buy near 71. It closes at 72, but if it comes to 71, I'll be a buyer. Once it crosses 73, the game is on for, you will see 79 on Zoom. All right, guys. So I'm pretty much done. Let me save this. XLE. 1 minute. 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 1 min Actually, I don't cover energy as such, but crude is going higher, so energy should have a positive impact. Like I do cover crude, and you can take a cognizance from that. Crude is at the breakout. We talked about like 80, now from 80 to 85 is there. The weekly close is there, and now we are in the breakout zone. This is a massive cup and handle on crude. Expect 90 pretty soon, or 100 pretty soon on crude. So if you want to relate with XLE, you can relate with XLE. If you want to see on a weekly view, uh, come on, week. Even on the weekly, it's a massive morning star. So Morningstar will give you a very good breakout, at least 2 weeks of green candles. So something is coming on the crude, maybe some OPEC production cut, something which will push the price of crude really higher from here. So guys, I'm going to share the Zoom link. If anybody is interested, I have 10-15 minutes, and then I'll switch it off. So I've shared the link. If you are there, you can join in and you can share your questions. I'm more than happy to take your questions. In between, let me just arrange them alphabetically because I don't like them. Everything is arranged alphabetically. Good. Guys, I've shared the link. So if nobody is coming, then thank you for joining in. I'll wait for a minute. All right, we already have way less number of people today, so I expected that because it's a weekend and a long holiday. People must be taking rest. Okay, guys, thank you for joining in tonight. Hope you have a great day tomorrow. I'll not be active on my trading tomorrow, but all the very best. Thank you. Meeting passcode cannot be incorrect. I just copy paste. Okay, there may be last one number which I missed. My bad. I just shared the correct one. Try now. The one was missing in the passcode. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, Naval bhai, good evening. Firstly, thank you for doing this. And secondly, can you please go to your watch list where you have the HA15, HA30, and the the daily HA? I have a question there. Yeah. So I've been able to get this set up, but how do we get can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Hi, good evening. Firstly, thank you for doing this. And secondly, can you
need to mute your YouTube.
Where you have the HA15?
Now go ahead. You need to mute your YouTube.
Oh, okay, 1 minute. Let me just.
Now go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just. Okay, yeah, I wanted to know how we get this EMA 30. What's the script for this? Can you please share?
It's nothing. It's simply you can type in 12 crossing 34. It's a simple one-liner equation.
Okay, I couldn't. Okay, do you mind just?
I have shared this on the Twitter. You can search it. It's there.
Okay, okay. So it's just 12 crossing 34, or it's just above
12
30?
crossing 34 on 30 minutes. I do the scan so many times. I'm
Oh,
just
it is
using
that
the scan
scan.
here.
Oh, it
Yes.
is that scan. Okay, okay, got it. Thank you.
Justin, Reddy, Chetan Trader. Any questions, you guys? No. Go ahead, Sonu.
No, I'm done, Naval bhai. Thank you.
You raised your hand, so.
Oh no, I put it. That was a mistake. I fixed it. I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, Justine, go ahead.
Hey, Naval. This week I have a question, a general question. Do you have any advice for day trading on Fridays? For some reason, and I have a.
Do you trade like weeklies on Friday or the 0DT?
Whoa, it's like delayed.
I don't know. There's something wrong on Justine. Mr. Trader, Ready, Chetan Trader, do you have any questions? No? All right. Let me unmute you in case you don't know how to. Do you have any questions? You're not interested to speak.
I think the voice is repeating.
Because your voice will only repeat if you have your YouTube on.
Okay, got it. Hold on. Yes. I think, yeah, that's right. No, hold on. Yeah. Are you there, Naval?
I am here.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I just have this question on the Baba. I mean, like I see the last Friday daily candle is like a more of a selling candle. But you look like you're more positive on that. But don't you see the gap down over there? Like,
I
are you
want that
looking for
gap
the
to
external?
be. I want that gap to be managed and hold.
Okay.
Now the positive signs is that the EMAs finally have converged.
Correct.
And there was a dodgy candle at the bottom. And then we had the massive candle right there.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
If we are able to hold this, I will only go long above 95. So if it holds above 95, I'm more than happy to go long.
Got it.
But I'm not interested to like take any position under 94, 95.
Correct. Okay, great. Thank you, Naval. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good day.